If Trump decides to kick everybody else, where are you gonna go? If they start kicking everybody out, go back to your country. Where they gonna go? I'm going straight home to Africa, in my village where the land, I got a land 30 acres, 40 acres. Where the African American gonna go?
These tethers is at it again. So you got this one Instagram user from Africa somewhere. He has a channel called Rich Off of Hate Podcast. And he calls himself trying to be comedic and trying to be funny. And he has like this humor where he's disrespecting himself, right? And every time he's in a video with a W woman, right? And he has this W woman in there, she's smiling, and he's saying all kinds of just degenerate, disrespectful stuff about himself, right? He sounded like this.
What color would your kids be? My kids are gonna be crispy, my guy. And my kids are gonna be crispy. Like I said, I'm gonna flood the whole United States. When I get my papers done, when I finally get my visa, it's a game over, guys.
So this idiot is sitting here basically disrespecting himself with this W woman. And he's echoing all the sentiments that W folks have said about black people, period. He's actually agreeing with this stuff and saying this stuff about himself and basically showing, hey, I got me a W woman. I'm in America. I reached my dream, right? And he's looked at as a joke. The sad part is a lot of these people that come from overseas, that come from these places, this is the highlight of their life. This is what he's done. So he's did these kind of videos, but now he start aiming his vitriol towards black Americans, right? With this W woman sitting in his lap, right? He started doing this.
Why African are way more successful than black American? African come to United States with intention to build legacy. Black American are comfortable. In Africa, you don't work, you don't eat. In America, you don't work, there's welfare. So African people don't pick and choose what job to do. They do any job. Black American don't want to work a dirty job. Black American don't want to work at a factory. Black American wants to get rich fast. African built. African come to United States with high level of skills. Degree, diploma. Black American don't want to do that. They want fast money. Play some basketball, be a rapper, be a football player. And then a couple years down the line, they go broke.
So a lot of you Africans come here and you start talking about how Africans is outpacing black Americans. And let me just say this, because I'm not one of the guys that really go online and really go in on tethers like that every other day and spark up live streams. I'm too old for that. I don't get into that. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm more focused on what F.Ba need to do, what we need to be doing here in this country. But I want to educate you guys on something. When it comes to being doctors, lawyers, dentists, professors, we did it all first. We did it before you. We laid the groundwork so you guys can come here and do it. My grandparents fought for you to come here and be able to do it so we can get our numbers up to fight against W supremacy. Not for you to come here and become the W supremacy against us, right? We were already doctors and lawyers and dentists, and we still are, before you guys. So stop thinking that you have to actually leave your country and come here to a place where black people already laid the groundwork. We did all this stuff already. And see, I know this talk because I have Caribbean people in my family on my mother's side, right? I understand, Cuban people in my family. So I understand some of this talk, this tether talk, this immigrant talk, and all this kind of stuff. I get it. I get it. Come here, you're lazy, you don't take advantage of the opportunities and all this stuff. And I have to tell them right away, ho, playboy, cut all that out. Take advantage of opportunities. If we didn't take advantage of opportunities, your black ass wouldn't be here. Because we took advantage of the opportunities, you here. You could date a white woman if you want. You can even come on here like this African and be a super Sambo. You can do all these different things because we took advantage of the opportunity, right? So, but if we go to your countries, we'll see all kinds of degenerate stuff and people not taking advantage of the opportunities. But this is the thing. This dude, he gets even crazier because he came back even with this.
If Trump decides to kick everybody else, where are you gonna go? If they start kicking everybody out, go back to your country. Where they gonna go? I'm going straight home to Africa, in my village where the land, I got a land 30 acres, 40 acres. Where the African American gonna go? You got no place. You can't go nowhere. Jamaican are gonna go back home. Haitian are gonna go back home. Anybody from Colombia are gonna go back home. Brazilian gonna go back home. Mexican gonna go back home. Where you guys gonna go? Where you gonna go? Nowhere. And I need you guys to screenshot this. I need you to put it anywhere. Matter of fact, I want to go viral like this. so we can talk. We can have that conversation. Where are the African American gonna go? So that's exactly my point. This is what I'm saying to you guys. Because African American been there for years, they still can't be claimed. They still the most disrespected people. This might go from one ear to the next, but you guys are gonna understand me one day. They're the most disrespected race in the world. They get pulled over by the cops. Cops are doing all kinds of stuff. African American claim that America is so good. Oh, you African booty scratcher. Okay, I can take my booty scratching self to Africa, back home. Where are you gonna go?
And see, he talks about black Americans being the most disrespected race, right? I mean, he can't be serious. Look at what's going on right now in Burkina Faso. You want to talk about West Africa and how their money is still controlled the French banks, and how all of a sudden now they're trying to kick the French out. They've been extracting trillions of dollars of resources every year from these West African countries and leaving those countries dilapidated to the point, brainwashing them to the point where they don't even see the value in their own women or their own men. They run over to France and Europe, and their job is, their only dream is to run to France and get a W woman or a W man to get pregnant so they can have light-skinned babies. And you want to talk about what? Do you see the conditions of the way a lot of the people live? And then you have tribalism, where you despite all the things that the British and the French and all these countries, European countries is doing to you, you still have tribalism, not liking each other, fighting each other, fleeing your countries, going to other places to seek refuge, because you see people, successful people that look like you in other lands, you come there and have the audacity to say the statements that you make. Now see how when I say that back, all of a sudden you don't like it, right? So yeah, we have our challenges and our issues here as F.Ba Americans, but it ain't like you guys. We the most hated race. Why you have to leave your country to come here? You know why? Because if we're the most hated race, your people's looked at as a joke by the Europeans or something that's subhuman. These are things they said, not me. They said, right? So now we know in Burkina Faso, Tariq, he has to go side with the Russians. Listen, it's a whole cesspool, man. So stop it. Cut it out. But again, this guy, man, this guy's a joke. He's sitting there with that W woman sitting between his legs just smiling. She's just as racist as she can be. But Tariq Nasheed, he heard this and got in on this and said this.
This whole, we don't have nowhere to run stuff, we don't have no home to go to. Listen, we are home. This is our home. Let me say that again. Yeah, that's why they like the term African American to be put on us, because they're like, well, they know that they've delineated. They know that Africa is not our home now. They know that. They know that. This is why they're saying that. They say stuff like this. Africa, we don't have a home in Africa. We don't. This is why we say foundational Black American, and they have a problem with it because you can't flex on that. This is our home. We're already where we're from. Foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen, and I was breaking this down on Vlad, we are not immigrants. We don't have an immigrant lineage. You understand? We didn't leave one country to go to a better country. We, foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen, built this country from the ground up. We built it from scratch. We built it from the soil.
So Africa is not our home. Do we have African DNA running through our blood? Absolutely. The whole planet does. Everybody. I mean, life comes from Africa. But we don't, we're not, that's not our home. America's our home. I'm an American. I'm born and raised here on the soil. My family, born and raised here on the soil. Right? So, listen, these guys are so ignorant and they don't understand history. And he comes here, he runs over to a W woman. He's trying to talk to Black Americans, but he doesn't even know the history of Black Americans. Why would I want to go there and make that my home when you guys are fleeing there every chance you can get? You're getting out of there, right? You guys practice so much tribalism there, you can't even reestablish anything, because if you come to America and you're outpacing us, right, and you've been doing it for years, Why doesn't we see that matriculate back into these West African countries? Building, the wealth coming back. Because you people don't care nothing about your own people. You don't. And history has shown it. And I'm not saying this for all Africans, because I got a lot of African friends. I'm speaking to these tethers and these people that talk like this, right? That talk down on Black Americans. I'm directing it towards them. Not all Africans. I know a lot of Africans that are riders and understand what I'm saying, right? But Tariq Nasheed wasn't finished. He talked about this as well.
Several different circumstances. Through forced labor, through our invention and ingenuity, we fought all of the wars, and we struggled to survive. If anybody's going to get kicked out, that's going to be the descendants of immigrants, not the owners of the blood equity in this land. We're not getting kicked out. They'll harass us. We're used to that. We're under global white supremacy. Yeah, we don't have a fleeing plan. We don't have a backup plan because we built the original plan, ladies and gentlemen.
And see, this is the thing with a lot of these Africans when they come here. They only talk about the underbelly of our culture. They don't talk about our inventions. They talk about like our music and how we influence through our music and our dress. But what about all of our inventions? What about all of our the way our politics operate? What about our movements? Right? They never mention those things. So when he's talking about Black Americans, he's not talking in the respect of the reason why he's here and he's able to sit with that W woman. It was a period of time in this country. If you sit with that W woman, you get hung from a tree or get your head chopped off, right? But he's there because of us fighting for equality, right? And I see a lot of these tethers, they come here and do that. They don't discuss or talk, like I said, or talk about all the things that Black Americans invented. Forget our music and dance. Forget all that. Man, we got people that the inventions move the world. Move the world. They never mention these things. They never talk about us in that light and the way we influence the world based off of our inventions, based off of our movement, based off of our ability to fight against W supremacy. Right? We see people bring up Haiti a lot and what went on during the Haitian Revolution. But the state of Haiti right now, unfortunately, W supremacy is just wiping out the country and keeping them dilapidated. And I hope that they get it together because I love Haitians, right? But when you look at Black Americans and our fight has made it where Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans, everybody can come here and become the best versions of themselves. We did the best job in the world of fending off and fighting against this W man. And we opened up the door and said, yo, the coast is clear. Y'all can come in. And when you come in here and you disrespect us. You come in here and you have the mitigated going audacity to say that you outpacing us. It's all a joke, man. But I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If y'all made it this far in the video, hit that like button, man. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.